Hey everybody, welcome to today's Zoom slash live. This is Works For Me Wednesday. This is my friend Jill, and Jill is going to share with us something that is working for her, which we decided right before this to call Product of the Day promos. So this is Jill. She is with the Teal Chicken. She is a maker. She also has a gajillion years of direct sales industry experience. Jill and I have worked together in a previous company. So I've known you forever. Thank you for joining us today. So tell me, what are you doing right now that is working for you, this product of the day promo thing?
Okay, so I recently, we have a laser and I make ornaments and car charms and earrings and things. And then I recently got into sublimation and I started doing sublimation tumblers. So like this is a sublimation tumbler. And so I started every Tuesday, I call it Tumbler Tuesday. And they're normally $25, but on Tumbler Tuesday, I pick out 5 or 6 designs and I sell them for 18. And I actually run it from Tuesday until Saturday. So they actually have the week basically. And it really has, and I typically don't carry those designs once I do the Tumbler Tuesday. I don't keep it on my website or anything. So they kind of know that they kind of got to get it now or I'm
it's
not
exclusive. Yeah.
Right. So it's just for that week. And then on Saturday, it's off my website. So it goes down, it's gone, and I don't put it back up as a normal priced item. So people seem to really like it. And the great thing about it is I buy all my files from other small businesses. So I don't even go buy the files unless somebody actually orders that design, because sometimes I have some that nobody orders, and it's just a matter of taste of what people like. And you got to try to guess what people like. And I try to get a variety of things, men that'll appeal to men, women. But so that's the great thing about it, is if no one orders it, I'm not out anything. I don't make them until people order, because it can be made relatively fast. So, and it's been working really well for me, just to generate those sales every week. So it's kind of nice to kind of know that I at least am going to have some sales, because I don't think I've had a week that I didn't get any orders from it. So it seems to really be working. And I've had repeat customers that they order. One lady, I think, how many tumblers could she possibly have? But that's okay. So now I kind of know her taste. So I go looking for designs that I think, oh, she'll probably like this one. So, and she'll order again. So it's working out really well. And my biggest thing is being disciplined and making myself go look for new designs every week and have it go. So I have to kind of set myself reminders on that. But it's worked out really well so far. So
great. So are you like scheduling those? So you're picking them out ahead of time? Do you like schedule them? Do they go live at the same time every week on the Tuesday? Or
yeah, I do it. Usually I do it in my customer group at 10 o'clock on Tuesday morning. And then I'll do it on my business page at maybe like 10:15. I kind of give my customer group a 15-minute heads up of what's going.
Okay.
Post it on my personal page too, but I usually do that after. I always give my customer group the first view of what's being posted.
Early access, sure.
Yeah, so they get it first, and then I'll put it on my business page, and then usually I'll share it to my personal page. I've posted it a couple times in like our little local Facebook group, and I've gotten a few orders from that. So,
all right, I was going to ask you. So, are most of them are most of them local? Are you shipping? Are they?
It's probably about half and half. My website does have an option for pickup, so my local people will just choose pickup, or if it's somebody that we're going to see it, like we raise show rabbits. If we're going to see them at a rabbit show, they'll say, just bring it to the show. So it's about half and half, probably.
Okay. And how long have you been doing this Tumbler Tuesday?
Probably about 8 months now, maybe.
Okay. Oh yeah. So then you've seen success if you keep doing it. So what would you say to those who are watching about this idea of a product of the week kind of thing. What kind of feedback or tips do you have for them? Like why?
I think the biggest thing is don't quit too soon, because I think my first week I might not have gotten any orders, and then the next week it was maybe one, and then it was maybe one or two, and there was probably about a month and a half in, I think, why am I still doing this? But it is the consistency. They need to see it. They need to see that you're going to do it every week. And there was a week, I think it was 2 weeks I didn't do it when I broke my arm. So I was kind of like, sorry, I can't do this right now. And they were, understanding. But then when I brought it back, that was probably one of my bigger weeks, was the first week back.
Because they missed you, right?
They missed it. So I thought, well, I might just have to take a little break here, every so often, not do it, because the week I came back, it was one of our bigger weeks. So that worked out really well. So I just think you got to stick with it. I think people need to see the consistency. And I think a lot of times when people try something new, they give up on it too soon. They don't give it enough time for people to see it over and over again. So
sure. So just advice wise, how long would you say give it a shot for?
Probably at least 2 months, 3 months, maybe, because people, even though I think I got a decent sized customer group, I mean, I have people all the time, they'll say, well, gosh, I didn't even see that when you posted it, or, they don't always see things, and then they may see it like 3 or 4 weeks later and be like, oh, I didn't even know you were doing this, because I hadn't seen what was going on in your group or whatever. So I just think if you try it for a month and you're not getting huge success, I don't think that's a very good gauge.
Okay.
To give it at least 2 to 3 months.
So do you feel like you have trained your people to Tuesday morning?
Yeah, I think so. And the bad thing for me is I work 2 days a week at a vet's office, so I work on Tuesdays. So it'll post, and then by the time I have time to look at my phone at lunch, I've either got people asking questions or I have orders that have come in. And so Tuesday probably isn't the best day for me to do it, but it just rhymed.
Of course it did. I'm all about that, right?
I didn't really work with Wednesday or Monday or whatever. So kind of a bad thing, because a lot of times people will start asking questions, and I sometimes at work can't get to my phone till lunchtime to answer them. But it worked. And then I'm off on Wednesdays, so that gives me a day to get started on orders right away. So I usually I can have them all out by, depending on how many, by Friday or Saturday at the latest. So
okay.
They're relatively.
Have you tried it with anything else other than tumblers?
I haven't. Now, I did do last year. I did a Christmas in July ornament sale, and that was hugely successful. I think I sold over $4,000 in ornaments in July last year. and I'm in, some ornament groups, and people are like, oh, well, what's like quick generic ones? And I told them, I said, quite honestly, probably 90% of mine was personalized ornaments.
Okay.
They're like, really? People were thinking about ornaments in July? And I said, a lot of my customers have learned that I'm swamped in November. My cutoff for Christmas usually is the first week in November. So they were excited to be able to get it way ahead of time and get their stuff ordered and have it, not have to worry about it. So I'll probably do the Christmas in July ornament sale again this year. And I just set it up as a Facebook group. And then each day I posted a couple different ornaments throughout. I did it for about 2 weeks, I think. Okay. And I just posted different ones each day. And that really, really worked well for me. So I'm hoping I can do it this year. Things have really picked up with us doing awards for shows and stuff. And we have a huge show in October. And I've been approached by 2 different national clubs to do their awards.
I see you doing all that. Yep.
And one of them, they have like a lot of varieties. So it's like I told her, I said, we need to get on that now in the next couple of weeks, if possible. So
you know what's a great thing about that is, which is applicable to this, is not another works for you that I see is you niched down into something. And if you guys missed it at the beginning, Jill does raises rabbits and shows rabbits. And so she niched down in the rabbit show market and does all kinds of awards. I've watched you since the beginning of that. And that has definitely become a nice avenue of income for you, just going down a path that nobody else was working. right?
Yeah, well, and people do awards, but people want different things. They want, and I try to think outside the box on that. And then the other thing I did, I actually started this 2 years ago. The national show was in Louisville, Kentucky. So I made an ornament for that show, and I sold, I think, 150 ornaments 2 years ago. And then last year it was in Reno, Nevada, and we didn't go, but I did still sell some, not quite as many.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's back in Louisville this year, and it's like their 100th anniversary. So I have the 100th anniversary ornament ready to go. I've already lots of orders on this. My husband's like, it's June. Why are you doing this now? And I'm like, because I'm going to give people plenty of time.
You got to prep early, right?
I want to get it, done. I want to get it designed. That way people can start getting their orders in. And I've already gotten quite a few orders. The only disadvantage to locking down the rabbit show thing is some smaller shows have very low budgets.
Right.
National shows usually have bigger budgets, and that's the ones I like. But I try to do like really, really different things. Like last year when it was in Reno, we did the awards for one of the national clubs. And because it was in Reno, I did like for best of breed, they got like slot machines. They were banks, and I actually put them, I engraved on my laser all the pertinent information, but I mean, they were big. They were like 18 inches. And when they had them displayed at the show, I was so sad we didn't even get to go, but they said everybody stopped and was like, oh my God, those are like the coolest awards. Who came up with a slot machine,
But you went after a niche that you were in, that you knew about, and you said, how can I use this? How can I serve this industry with my business? Right. And now look at you. I would say a huge majority of your business right now.
Yeah.
Into that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like Scott's boss, she raises a different breed than we do. And she comes to me for all of her awards, like all of them. And she pretty much gives me free range. She's like, well, my budget, whatever you want to do, come up with something different and do that. And then we do a lot with the 4-H. We do the buyer. I've been doing a lot of the buyers tags. It's for the kids to give their buyers when they sell their market hogs or go.
Okay.
And I just did an order of 15 of these for a girl. The other thing,
also a niche that you know about. So that's what I want them to hear is that you just said this is where I am. This is what surrounds me. This is what I'm involved in. How can I serve this market? Right. I think that is applicable to anybody.
Yeah.
For their business.
And like cage tags, like at the national shows, people like to put cage tags on their cages so you can find your rabbit. And I just had a girl, I've known this girl forever. She's a judge. She came up to me in May at a show and she said, hey, I need to get some cage tags. I said, okay. And I said, well, how many are you thinking? And she's like, I don't know, 40 or 50. And I was like, most people get like 8, 10. And she ended up ordering 45 of them. And then now she's come back to me and she's like, hey, I want some that have for sale on them with a board that I can, put on my cages on rabbits I have for sale. And I want 15 of those. And I went, okay, so I mean,
you're becoming known in the market.
Yeah.
Because you went after something that you knew.
Yeah.
That is so, that's so brilliant. Yeah. So everybody really has the ability to do that, to take a look at what am I involved in? Mm-hmm. How can I serve this market? And just get creative. I mean, and the longer you've done this, the more creative you've gotten with it. And other people come to you asking for things and you're like, oh yeah, I guess people do want that. And then you can market it too.
Yeah. And things, and it's been not even quite 2 years since I got my first laser. And it kind of died on me. So I bought a way, way bigger laser. I just got a new heat press. That's my
I saw you.
That's my fancy new heat press I just got. And so, I mean, I honestly, I could use a second laser. I just have nowhere to put it. Right now I'm working on an order for 100 ornaments for Montgomery County Fair. So I think I got 25 more of those to do.
She's always busy, y'all. She's always busy doing something. But one of the things I love about you is you're always looking for new things, always looking for new ways to build your business, to get yourself out there. You've always been very very good at that. I wanted her to share the Tumbler Tuesday story with you because you guys have product lines or you have services, even if you're not in the direct sales industry. A lot of you are service based also. You have something that you could offer every week, and it is content every single week that you can post and start to get your people used to it. And like she said, Tumbler Tuesday, you have to do it for a few months to get your people used to it and to get yourself used to it, right? And it is being very effective for you to have that weekly product. So if you are in direct sales, and you've done direct sales, so I can ask you this. If you were in direct sales, how would you do something like Tumbler Tuesday in a direct sales business where the product is supplied by the company?
Right. I think if I think you just pick a product, even if you focus it on, product spotlight of the week or something, and maybe say, hey, this product this week, I'm running this special. And I know it's hard when you're, with a company and the company's not offering that special, and it does have to come out of your percentage, and I get, but is it worth it in the long run to get those consistent customers? And then the customers are like, wow, this so-and-so rep, she runs the special on new products each week, or I'm going to follow her because I'm going to see what she's, what special she's offering. Of course, as long as your company allows you to do that, run your own specials and stuff. But I think it just keep people coming back to see what's she going to offer this week, or
right.
And then I think definitely if it's a product of, you need to show them ways to use it or how they can use it,
Yes.
Works in their life or helps them organize their life or whatever your product is. I think you need to make them realize why they need it. I mean, that's kind of the thing with tumblers. The one lady, I'm like, how many tumblers could she possibly need? But then I look at my cabinet and I'm like, gosh, I have a lot of tumblers too. So, I mean, I get it. I change out my tumblers too. So, and of course, being a man, my husband's like, are you sure you can offer that, $7 off a tumbler? Are you still making money? And I'm like, I'm making money. It's fine. And
right.
Sometimes, it's worth making a little less to get that business.
Sell more quantity of it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Sure it is. And you're talking about your products every week, and you're selling something every week. So you're not just posting content in there that just entertains all the time. Now, entertaining content is good, not all the time. Like, you got to sell some stuff to stay in business, right?
Yeah.
And so every week you're doing Tumbler Tuesday. Every week you are putting stuff out there to sell, and every week people are buying it.
Well, I think too, you have to, I had my laser and I have a vinyl cutting machine, which I rarely ever use anymore, but it got to the people were coming to me wanting different things that was beyond what I could do on my laser. And then that's when I think I need a sublimation printer, because sublimation printers, I can take their logo and print it exactly how it is on stuff. And so I bought a sublimation printer. I didn't buy the most expensive one. It was a $300.
I remember when you got that. I saw you like 2 weeks after you got that, and you're like, look.
And it's working, and and then it's also getting to the point where, like, we go to rabbit shows. I have some shows that allow me to, they'll message me and say, hey, if you want to bring your stuff to sell, bring stuff to sell. If you donate something to our raffle table.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
At the table or whatever. And I mean, it's nothing for me to knock out a little sign with a rabbit on it to put on their raffle table, and so I do that. We have a show in Eaton coming up in June, and they let me set up as many tables as I want. I mean, last year, I think I sold probably close to $800 there the one day we were there at the rabbit show showing our rabbits, and I set up to sell. And I don't,
because you had niched down into that group, because you were tight with the people, you were showing up, you were serving that community, and then you get invited. Those are just like the blessings that come with investing in people.
And a lot of times, because in Eaton, because it's close, we can drive 2 vehicles and I can take a lot of stuff, but most shows that are far away, our car's packed, so I can only take a little bit. But usually I'll even take just a small little 4-foot table. People, my earrings, I can take earrings and I sell them $8 a pair or 3 for $20. I can tell you 98% of the people will do the 3 for $20.
Oh yeah, they would.
Handmade $20 versus, and like I've been posting this week because I'm getting ready for that show coming up. Monday, I had just posted pictures because I was working on earrings. I sold $60 in earrings and I didn't do anything, just posted a picture and people started messaging me going, I want this one, this one, this one, this one, this, and it was the 3 for 20.
Gotta post about your product. Yes,
Every
you gotta post about your product. Yes.
Every one of them. And I don't even, post that they're for sale. I just say, this is what I'm working on, blah, blah, blah. And then people start messaging me going, oh, I've had one girl, she's like, are those for sale now? Or are you keeping them for your event? I'm like, no, I can make more. I can make more.
Like behind the scenes is what I'm working on. It still creates that FOMO of how do I get that or whatever. Well, Jill, you're amazing. Thank you so much for being here and sharing about Tumblr Tuesday. And we turned it into Tumblr Tuesday / nip down / sell your product / talk about it. Tell us real quick here at the end as a plug, tell us about your business and where they find you.
So we are the Teal Chicken, and we do have a website. Not everything's on our website because we do so much customized stuff. It's very hard to set that up on Shopify. So some of the custom stuff I have people just message me on. But we also have a Facebook page, the Teal Chicken. You can find me there. But like the tumblers and everything is on our website. I have a few things on Etsy, but I don't focus on Etsy. I just do my own. So.
All right. Yeah, well, thank you so much for being here today, Jill, and sharing what's working with you. Works for me Wednesday. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Take care. Bye, Jill. See ya.
Bye.